Hey, friends and neighbors inside the RPV, it's already June, if you can believe it. And this is our game time right here. I mean, of all the seasons that matter inside the gates and the 19 streets, man, it's June, July, it's August before we start getting into those shoulder months, and then, off season begins.
Yeah.
So critical time right now, and 3 critical stats you're going to want to know if this is your season to make it happen.
And also, big, lovely homes up there in the RPV.
Yep.
Some people like to get out of that as they age and go to the downsizing, but something you should consider when you're thinking about that.
All right, gang, it's easy to say that we called it. There's no Nostradamus going on over here. It's just reading the tea leaves, and now we're actually watching it in real time, even inside the ranch. Days on market are up, right? Inventory climbing up. Price adjustments on the rise. So what that tells us is finally the gig of, blindfold yourself, call your shot, come up with some wackadoo number, throw it on the MLS, and you get it, right? Inside the RPV, what we're noticing is that the beautiful homes that are totally dialed, if priced and marketed, we like to say, correctly, are still moving, and they're moving at a good clip, right? But we got to make sure that we're pricing it and strategizing it and preparing it effectively in advance, because that chasm, right, that massive bifurcation has never been more exaggerated than it is right now. What I mean is that all the stats and all those homes and stuff I just mentioned right there, the laggard is it not turnkey ready, right? Is there not landscaping done, right? Are things set up to where the buyer who's not really getting a big break on price, right? It's not like home, you're getting 70 cents on the dollar right now. We're not in some massive recalibration. It's just that they're not going up all crazy. They're kind of flattening off a little bit, right? So the price maybe isn't super exciting for us on the sell side, and we're watching a lot of people kind of try to adjust and figure out where that market actually exists. It's more just kind of they're locking in their price. But the one thing, though, that buyers are being very moody about, and rightfully so, they're not getting a win on monthly payment because the rates are also moody, as you know what, right? As at the time we're doing this video, they're up around 7 again, high 6s, right? And who knows, they might come back down, but right now that's the saddle that they're having to crawl up on top of. They don't want to do that and give the price, I guess, that we hopefully want, and then also move into having to remodel 5,000 plus square feet, which, as goods and services right now are more expensive than ever before, right? So that's an easy 150 to 250 price tag to do that. And that's what's non-negotiable. So finding a way to get in front of that stuff. I'm not saying sign up for 150 to 250 of a remodel before you sell. That's not the point. But having that strategy in place months in advance so that you're checking the box and solving for a lot of those kind of low-hanging fruit things. So when the buyer comes in, they just go, you know what? I had a problem. It existed before I saw your place. You're the solution. I've always wanted to live in here. Stroke this check and get it done. It's all about the preparation right now more than ever before.
Yeah, and on the finance side, I'm seeing that with buyers too, where they're getting into contract on these beautiful homes, but it's the little stuff, right? And it might be a little thing, and you might be able to say, oh, that's a little thing. But if it's 10 little things, 20 little things, that list starts building up, and we're seeing our buyers kind of back off a little bit, not being so excited about finishing things up, and saying, hey, I'm already putting this massive down payment down. It's a big home. I need the money to go against my loan, as opposed to going in and doing all this stuff. Yeah.
And what are those, that avatar and category of seller like the ranch? What are they going and buying right now? What are you seeing?
Yeah. So a lot of our sellers, especially of larger properties, they're going down to downsize, right? Like no more ride-on motor to do that 3-acre lawn or whatever it is, moving into a space that's a little bit more accessible. So you think of townhomes, condos, and what's the commonality there? HOAs. And one of the things that's really vital right now, it's become a huge challenge, is the health of the HOA. And now the bigger, huge complexes, those tend to be buttoned up, right? They got enough funds to do all the things. But the smaller complexes, sometimes a little cute, maybe in an area like La Jolla or something nice, like they might not have the units to have everything taken care of. And so what we're seeing from the buyer perspective is people are trying to get into these condos, and the problems are becoming fully aired out during this new process. So
cancellations of escrow are higher, I think, than a clip than we've ever seen, at least in a really long time, dare I say before.
Yeah. And so why am I bringing this up, right? If you're on the sale side, you can manage that. Now, you guys in RPV aren't worried about that. You're more coming from the buyer side. So it's really important to understand what those obstacles might be and how to be prepared for them if they do come up.
And gang, that's why we're here to hopefully flesh through any of these things. Every one of these conversations is an N of one, right? And what that means is your home and all the prep and how it fits, what we call product market fit. Yeah, pricing's really important, but you just heard me say that, deals are made on terms and they're only solidified by price. So all this stuff kind of gets cooked in like medicine to the mashed potato of all those terms. So you can successfully not only navigate the sale of your home, but then also the potential success of where you're going to next. And that's coming up with a plan. So that's what you got us for over here, but you already knew that.
Yep.